Hello and welcome back to another episode of World Tour on Football Manager 2021. Now, since the last episode, we've done a few transfer dealings, which we'll get into in a second. We'll also take a look at the matches that we've played since the Cup game against St. Pat's Athletic, where we qualified for the semi-final of the EA Sports Cup. So we'll start with the transfers, and as you can see here, there's been a few. We've mainly raided our affiliate club, Hellas Verona, but we'll start off with the first signing, which was Max Murphy, who is a full-back. He can play at either side of defence, left or right back, and he looks pretty decent. He's going to be our starting left back for the time being. Marking of 11, tackling of 12, great. His decision-making of 14 is very good too, and he'll hopefully do a good job for us in the full-back positions. And then we got another loan in from Hellas Verona, Stefano Rossi. He's a right back, and his marking and tackling are pretty decent as well. 9 marking, 12 tackling. He's going to be our first choice right back for the rest of the season. Hopefully he can do a good job for us there. And then finally for the incomings is Luigi Milani. Now he was released by our affiliate club Hellas Verona, and we picked him up on a free transfer. His crossing of 9 is very good. Dribbling of 12 is nice as well. He's on the plus side, he can take free kicks too. And he's still very young. He's only 19 years old, and he plays at left wing. We do have a lot of left wingers, but he's going to come straight in as our first choice left winger for the rest of the season. And then in terms of outgoings, it's just 2 outgoings, 1 on loan, 1 permanent. Einar Johnson, of course, signed to join Longford Town. I think it was halfway through last season. He's finally gone there, unfortunately. He did play most of the season for us. He's a very good player, and I hope one day we might be able to get him back. And then the loan out that we've done is Jakob Manatsakanyan. He's an Armenian centre-back. He's very good, very promising 18-year-old. He's gone out on loan to Galway United until the end of the season. Now, for the games that we've played since the last episode, there's been a hell of a lot of friendlies, and there's been a lot of fixtures moving around. So we started off with a 2-0 victory over Derry City, following up on that 2-1 cup win against St. Pat's Athletic, which was great to see. Dara Fox and Danny Morrissey getting on the score sheet there. We then had a friendly against Westport that we won 3-1. Then faced Shamrock Rovers, lost 2-0 to them. We always lose to Shamrock Rovers because it's Shamrock Rovers are the best team in Ireland. Had a friendly against St Bernard's, won 3-0, and then drew 1-1 with Longford Town in the league. Einar Johnson actually played for us in that game against his soon-to-be new club. Daily Butt's given us the lead, but Donal Higgins get an equaliser for the bottom of the league side. That was a very disappointing result. We should have beaten them. They've not got many points all season, and the fact that we've lost points to them is a bit concerning. Then we played a friendly against Snugborough United, beat them 3-0. Followed that up with a 3-1 defeat at the hands of Shelburne. Sam Verdon getting the one and only goal for us in that game. Then we played Bohemian, and again, unfortunately lost, this time 2-1, and that was the last league game that we've played. We've played a ton of friendlies since then, and had lots of games shifted around for mainly because of the World Cup, apparently. I don't know what that's got to do with anything, but that was the reason that was given in the news items. So we played friends against Derry City and SNF United. We won both of them 3-1. We drew 1-1 with Rangers, which was a great result. Beat Moore United 5-1. Narrowly lost 3-2 to Newcastle, which again is a good result. Won 7-1 against Mountjoy United, and lost 4-1 in our most recent friendly against Everton. So today's episode was meant to be the Cork City and Waterford games. Now, as I said, there's been lots of fixture moving around, so we're instead going to have the St. Pat's Athletic and Cork City games in this episode. So hopefully we can have a repeat of what we did in the Cup against St. Pat's Athletic. Fingers crossed. So this is the lineup that we're going to go with for this away game against St. Pat's Athletic. Trevor Murphy is in goal as always. We have a debutant today, Rossi, our loanee from Hellas Verona. He is at right back. Marn and Albercus in centre of defence, and then Max Murphy at left back. Thomas Alua is on the right wing, Buckley and Corley in the centre of midfield, and then Luigi Milani coming in for his debut in left midfield with Morrissey and Andre, the other loanee from Hellas Verona, up top. And we're going to start with our possession pressing tactic because that's what the board want us to play. They want us to play a possession style of pressing football. But we may move to our fluid counter-attack if it looks like St. Pat's are going to be on top of us. So, team talk time. And we're going to say, with pumped fists, let's show the world what this team is all about, shall we? That always seems to get them motivated. So the teams are coming out of the tunnel. We are in our blue kit today. St Pat's Athletic in their red tops and white shorts. Hopefully we can get a win today, move ourselves a bit closer to Derry City in the position above us as we have a throw-in very early on. Andre with the ball on the left-hand side, in towards Alua. Alua's there! Thomas Alua with the opening goal of the game. And it is 1-0 to Sligo. Andre with the ball in. And we've not played him many times this season, to be fair, the loanee, but that was a brilliant cross. And Thomas Alua with the header. And we have a very early 1-0 lead. I apologise to headphone users, as I believe I may have just shouted quite loud. Corner kick for St Pat's. Titov. Alua heads it away. But it's going to come to Forrester, and they can continue their attack. Now with McCormack. Back to McNally. Ball over the top. Oko flexes through. Good block by Max Murphy there. The new left back. Free kick from the right-hand side. Titov takes. Short to Hanratty. Back to Titov on the right-hand side. Lots of space for him. He cuts into the box. Ball in the back post. Larkins there, and it's headed over the bar. So we get to half-time, and it is still 1-0 to Sligo Rovers. Hopefully we can hold on for this. It's time for the team talk. We're going to say I'm pleased with how things are going. Keep it up. We'll have a look at the tactics screen, see how everyone's doing. Milani's looking like he's getting a bit tired. He's also quite nervous as well. He's only on a 6.4, the youngster. We might take him off in a little bit. We do have Daily Butts on the bench who can play in that position. Other than that, there's a few on 6.5, quite a few. But we're not going to take them off for the time being. We'll just leave it as it is and head in to the second half. So, free kick for us on the right-hand side. Rossi takes it short to Buckley. Now it's his centre midfield partner, Corley. Nice ball from him to Milani. On debut, Milani, he scores! Luigi Milani, despite having a 6.4 rating at half-time, has managed to get himself on the score sheet, and it is 2-0 now to Sligo Rovers. This is a bit of a shock result, I would say. St Pat's were 4th in the table at the start of today's game. Lovely ball over the top from Corley. Milani with an excellent finish, showing just why we brought him in on a free transfer from Hellas Verona. And we are going to make our first substitutions of the game. In fact, we may make all 3, as we do have 3 people who are all very tired. Milani is unfortunately one of them, the man who's just scored a goal. We'll bring him off for what will hopefully be a standing ovation from the away fans. David Corley will come off, Dara Fox on for him, and then Conor O'Malley will come on for Gary Buckley. So 3 midfield changes, 15 minutes to go. Hopefully we don't throw this away, as St Pat's have a throw-in. Hanratty gets it to Hurley, ball in. McCormack's there, it's a good save from Murphy. The defence have been very strong today, I have to say. So corner kick, Titov to take. Headed away by Alua, and that is going to go out for a throw-in. Well dealt with there by our defence. Now Murphy with a goal kick, he'll probably take it short. He does, he plays it to Mann. Long ball from Mann, looking towards Morrissey, but Craig intercepts with a header. Now Wilson's got it. Hanratty on the left-hand side. Plays it inside to McCormack. Now McLaughlin. Hanratty's got it back. Hanratty through on goal. Hanratty has scored and gives St Pat's a way back into this game with 10 minutes to go. His 10th goal of the season, and this is going to be nervy. Throw in for us though, deep in the opposition's half, and that's going to fall to Morrissey. Can he get a ball into the box? Plays it back to Rossi. Across the box. Fox is there. There's lots of deflections, and it's offside. Andre was the man that stuck the ball into the back of the net, but unfortunately, after all those deflections, the ball came through to him in an offside position. But it doesn't look like it's going to matter. We have a free kick very late on. Fox with the ball in. Alberkis is there. And Sagitas Alberkis, the man whose contract is expiring at the end of the season and does not want to re-sign with us, which seems to be a habit of our time with Sligo Rovers. He has managed to get us what will surely be the winner in this game. Beautiful header from him. Hopefully he does decide to stay with us for next season. His main gripe was that he wasn't getting enough first team football, but we're giving him that now as the ball goes into the box and Alberkis clears that nicely. It's going to come to Alua, and this could be a very late 4th goal for us today, which would be astounding, to be quite honest with you. Alua though loses out, and it's St Pat's with the ball, long ball forward. Rossi should get there, and he plays that back to Murphy in goal. Now it's Alberkis, back to Murphy. Finds the other Murphy in space, the fullback. Ball forward looking for Andre, headed away by McNally. I feel like this might not come to anything, but Morrissey's got it. He gets it through to Andre. I'm going to eat my words. It's Andre, and it's a good save by McDonnell. Andre looking for that elusive first goal for us. Fox with the corner from the left. The referee's full-time whistle should be imminent. ball in, headed away by McNally, cleared further, and there is the full-time whistle. It's a beautiful 3-1 victory for us today, away from home against St Pat's Athletic. And I'm going to say, people had written us off today, you've proved them all wrong. Well done on a great result. We weren't expected to win that, but we did. So that result leaves us still in 8th place, but with a nice 3-point cushion from Cork City in 9th as they dropped points against bottom of the table, Longford Town, today. So we are only 2 points behind 7th and 6th place Derry City and Bohemian. We're still at 14 points off the team that we've just beaten today, St Pat's Athletic, which sort of explains to you how much of a shock result this is. But hopefully it's the new signings coming in, making their mark, and hopefully it means that we're going to be on to better things soon. So here we are for the second of today's matches against Cork City. It's 8th in the table versus 9th in the table. It's a key match in this season. If we win, we could possibly go above, well, we will go above Derry City for the time being, and also above Bohemian as well. We could find ourselves in 6th place by the end of today's matches. Of course, if we lose, we will still be above Cork City, because I can't see there being a 13-goal swing, but we will be level on points and drawn back in more closely to that relegation battle. Hopefully we can pick up the win today. I just want to mention the dots above my head, like here. My blinds, they're not very good, so it's letting the sun in, because we're having a beautiful summer's day here in England in the middle of February, or the end of February I should say. So we're just making the one change from the last game. Unfortunately, Luigi Milani is still a bit tired from that match, so Daly Butts is coming in at left midfield for him. Other than that, it's all staying exactly the same. And like I said, hopefully we can win this, what I would call a relegation 6-pointer. So, team talk time. And we are going to say we're in danger of dropping into the relegation play-out zone. So go out there and impress me. Didn't really work. So teams coming out the tunnel, Cork City in green today. We are in our usual red home kit with white shorts. And hopefully we can do it. We need to. I don't want to be dragged into a proper relegation battle. I'd like to try and finish a bit higher than we did last season. And a win today would go a long way to helping that. But Cork City have the ball with Nugent in the centre of the field. Now it's Farrell. Back to Nugent. Can we win possession back? We're marking them very well. But O'Brien Whitmarsh has got the ball on the right-hand side. Gets back past our left back. And he's got a chance. It's a good shot, but it's off the bar from O'Brien Whitmarsh. We got away with one there, I would say. Ball cleared by Cork. Albercus heads it back into the opposition's half, but Nugent plays a ball into our half, and now it's Cabia with the ball. Cabia looking for an option to pass to, finds Farrell a bit further forward. Now we're looking for the through ball to Cabia, and that is off the post that time, I think. So they've hit both parts of the woodwork in the opening half an hour of the game. Yet to see a highlight for us as Brady takes the goal kick. A former player of ours, I believe, Jack Brady, the goalkeeper. Daly Butts running forward with the ball now, though, on this left-hand side. Nice through ball. Looking for Andre. That's got to be a penalty. It is. Danny Morrissey is going to step up to take the penalty and hopefully put us into the lead. Danny Morrissey has been a bit quieter this season, still scoring lots of goals, but we've not really mentioned him in the past few games. Morrissey takes a beautiful penalty to the goalkeeper's left-hand side, made him go the wrong way. I say he's not scored that many goals. He's not been mentioned that much, but he's got 9 goals this season, so he's obviously still doing something right. The 32-year-old, I think he is now, but beautiful penalty from him, sending the keeper the wrong way, and we have a 1-goal lead to hold on to. And look, if you look at the table on the right-hand side of the screen, that puts us up to 6th in the table, as our loanee has picked up an injury, a potential foot injury for Andre. Unfortunate for him. I was trying to extend his loan because it's due to expire in August as we bring on Thomas Breen for him up front. It's due to expire in August, and I tried to extend it to the end of the season, but Andre did not want to extend it, so he'll be leaving us in a few weeks' time anyway. So if he is injured for a long time, that's probably the last we're going to see of Andre, just when he was starting to get a bit of a run in the first team as well. A bit unfortunate for him. But we will do our team talk half-time, still 1-0 up, and we are going to say things are going well, but I know you're capable of even better as we take a look at the tactics screen And ratings wise, it's only Max Murphy really that I'm a bit concerned about, 6.5, but nothing really needed to be done at half time. So we'll head back to the dressing room and send the lads out for the second half. So throw in on the left hand side, Murphy to take, finds Daily Butts, Breen to Corley with the ball in, Alua's there on the head, off the bar, and picked up by Brady. That's the third time somebody's hit the woodwork today, and it looks like we have got a free kick in a pretty good position here. Corley to take it. And take it he does. What a goal from David Corley off the underside of the bar and into the back of the net. It's 2-0 now to Sligo Rovers, and we could be on course to win 2 games in a row in an episode for, if not the first time, it's very rarely happened. David Corley with a beautiful finish from that free kick. Cork City, though, have a free kick in their own half. Long ball forward, headed away by Mann, but it's going to come to Nugent. Now it's Byrne with the ball for Cork City. Plays it back to Nugent. Farrell with it in the centre of the field. Nugent just getting the ball constantly. Byrne back to Nugent again. And he's run out of options, I would say there. He's tried to pass it along the field, but Buckley's intercepted. Ball forward from him, looking for Breen, who played well in some of the friendly games that we played before this episode. Breen through on goal, and Thomas Breen has scored his first goal of the season. Danny Morrissey with the assist, and Breen does a little forward roll in celebration. He scored against Everton, and I think he might have scored against Newcastle as well. Thomas Breen played quite well in those games, and nice link-up play between the two strikers, really. Morrissey with a beautiful through ball, and Thomas Breen with a perfect finish makes it 3-0 to Sligo Rovers. Now, I've just looked at the bottom of the screen for the first time and noticed that we have a hell of a lot of players who are tired. So, who are we going to take off? We've not got a right winger, so we can't take Alua off. So that knocks him out. Cantwell can come on for Daily Butts in left mid. And then I think we'll bring on a centre mid. Bring on O'Malley for Buckley in the ball winning midfield role, and that's all 3 subs made. So anyone else that's tired is just going to have to live with it as Corley puts a ball into the box. Albercus with a header, but that's always looping over the bar from Seguitas. Another free kick, Max Murphy to take from the left hand side. Ball in towards Alua, headed away. Corley's going to get it on the edge of the box though, and is that a foul? No, it's a good challenge apparently from Nugent, as he plays a long ball forward to Cabia, who does some nice hold up play and plays it back to Nugent. Now it's O'Brien Whitmarsh, who had that shot that cannoned off the crossbar in the first half. He's possibly looking for it again. Plays it to Farrell instead, and Shane Farrell has, from out of nowhere, got a goal back for Cork City. 18 minutes left. It's 3-1. Surely we can't throw away a 3-0 lead. I mean, stranger things have happened. Albercas with the ball over the top, cleared by Honohan. Alua should get this, and does. Brings it down nicely, the right winger. Now moving forward with the ball, finds Corley. Through ball, I think Breen might be offside. He scored, but the flag is indeed up, and it's not a second of the game for Thomas Breen, unfortunately. I think that was always very clearly offside there. It's a bit closer than I thought, but still was offside. So good decision from the linesman there. Breen with the ball, plays it to Murphy on the left-hand side. He's got quite a bit of space. Plays it across the field to O'Malley. Nice pass from him to Cantwell. Cantwell with a shot, and it's a good save from our former player Jack Brady. But I think Cantwell was offside anyway, so it wouldn't have counted. And Brady is going to take this free kick long up towards Desmond, headed away by our defender. Corley finds Morrissey. It's going to fall to Breen. Breen for a second of the game. Thomas Breen plays it into exactly the same position in the net as he did for his first. And that was a beautiful goal from Sligo. Brady with the free kick from the offside, headed away by Mann. Corley with a through ball, tackled by Barry, fortunate to fall through to Breen, but then he just places it past the goalkeeper to the keeper's right hand side and makes it 4-1 to Sligo Rovers. Now this is very helpful for our goal difference, if nothing else, as we reach full time, and we have indeed beaten Cork City by 4-1. So I'm going to outstretch my arms and say, well done lads, that was a good win for us. So that victory pushes us up to 6th in the table. Of course, Bohemian and Derry City below us do have a game in hand each, but we're 6th. That's all that matters. We're 14 points off 5th place, so that doesn't look very likely for this season. But you never know, we might get there eventually. I'm just so happy that we are now 6 points clear of the relegation play-out place where Cork City currently sit. And unfortunately, that injury to Andre is quite a bad one. A twisted ankle. He's going to be out for between 4 and 7 weeks. So that will include that'll be the end of his loan spell. think he's got about 4 weeks with us left, maybe less, maybe 3. So that's the last we see of Andre. A bit disappointing. As I said, he was just getting a run in the team. But Thomas Breen coming in for him and playing very well. Got an 8.2 rating, 2 goals. It's what you love to see as we look ahead to the next episode. Now, every time I do this, it seems to be that I pick matches that we're going to do and then they just all get rearranged. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to... Well, I am going to pick a match because it's going to be the semi-final of the EA Sports Cup. It's got to be. We're in a cup semi-final. I don't want to play Shamrock Rovers twice in an episode because that'll just get embarrassing when we inevitably lose twice heavily to them. So instead, next episode, unless there's some sort of fixture rearrangement, we will be back with the games against bottom of the table Longford Town, which should hopefully be a nice win for us, and then the cup semi-final against Shamrock Rovers, which will probably be a defeat, but you never know. It's a cup, anything can happen. So in the meantime, we will play the 2 games off camera against Derry City and Waterford. That Derry City game is quite an important one. If we beat them, then we can stake our claim for finishing above them really in the league. So it should be interesting. But that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to get all my content when it comes out. Hit the notification bell to stay notified, and I'll see you next time.